All right, I'd like to welcome y'all to our May 12th Fountain Lake School District Board meeting. If you'll all stand, we'll do a pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Dear Heavenly Father, we just come to you tonight. Just thank you for your many blessings. Just thank you for your Son dying for us, Lord. We just ask that you just be with us as a board, that we just try our best to make the best decisions for our students, our staff, community, Lord. Just guide and protect us. Just be with us in all that we do. Be with our staff and our children at home, Lord. Just be with them in school. Just guide and protect them, Lord. In Jesus' name, amen. All right. Our first is recognitions.
Yes,
We'll be doing that.
I will be doing that. We have two more board members that have hit the 50 hours of board development training. And so we have two new master board members, and that would be Corey George and Brian Lamb.
We need a picture. We need a picture.
And be proud.
Don't recalculate my hours. Just call it this.
Proud, y'all.
You wouldn't be.
What a great way to go out.
1, 2, 3. Very good. Congrats, guys.
I never thought I'd say today.
I know.
Things is fired up.
So proud.
All right. All right, next we'll have our consent agenda items, and if no one has any more questions on that, we'll consider that approved by unanimous consent. And then items for consideration.
Oh, are you gonna read the motions?
Sure.
Okay.
And I wanted to kind of go over this year-end projection.
Okay.
So our community can see where we're at financially with, as we do, we're going to underestimate revenue, and we're going to overestimate expenditures. That's how, our philosophy is with budgeting. So this year-end projection is very, very conservative. So that's kind of where we're at on this. So I feel good financially on the district. If you look at our revenue, our current balance is $4.7 million. We're still going to have state funding of $207,000 coming in. We based our last two May and June taxes from last year, so that would be, hopefully this year it's not going to go under that, but it could possibly be higher. So we're expecting $4.2 million. And our bond interest is going to be $48,500, which a projected total is 9.2 of revenue left for this school year. So when we go to our expenses, these are the payout of certified contracts is 1.7, which is pretty holding steady because we do that pretty much every month. Classified contracts, we still owe $659,000. We're over our sick and vacation leave is a overestimate of $123,100. That's if everyone sells all their vacation or sick days back. Employee benefits, $673,000, and payout of budget items. And when I got this number, this $1,051,000, is I had Tanya zero out all accounts. That means every principal spent all their money left in their budget. So so hopefully that's overestimated so much. So that's a good thing. So our total remaining expenses is $4.2 million. And then our next slide, if we were to put everything together with our total revenue, our total expenses, that becomes our available balance of $5 million. We always want to start the next school year with $2.6 million. So that's the starting of the school year. So I'll take that out of that $5 million. Ongoing projects and equipment, that's some of these things that we're going to approve tonight will come out of that of $953,000. And that would have our remaining money for the building fund of 1.5 that we will add to the building fund. And the things that are highlighted right now is our our building fund right now. Already taken out the McHenry that we're going to talk about next board meeting out of that building fund. So you would add that 1.5 to 1.5 there. We've got about $3 million, a little over $3 million that will be in the building fund for next year. So that I think we're doing a great job with our finances. On my recommendation of this school at the end of this school year, like I said, we try to be conservative at the end of the year, predicting figures. So that's kind of, I laid out step by step on there. But I'm recommending a $1,000 bonus for all Fountain Lake employees paid on that June check. That will include, that's classified and certified staff members will get the same bonus.
Good.
All right, so we have a motion to approve the payment of $1,000 bonus to all current classified and certified employees in the June 2025 payroll.
All right, so.
Oh, yeah. I have one question I want
Okay.
to ask. How much in total will that $1,000 per employee cost us with benefits and everything?
Yes, I overestimated the benefits, so it's right at $250,000. That's my estimated number
Okay.
for that.
And you included that in those ongoing
Yes.
projects
Mhm.
number?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Any more questions? Okay. Motion to approve the payment of $1,000 bonus to all current classified and certified employees in the June 2025 payroll. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
None opposed, 4-0.
Motion to approve the Southern Floor Company bid of $267,027.99.
I have Hayden here to go over the bidding process and everything that we've done. So I'll let him take over.
Yeah, to start off, first off, we're kind of just starting to target some of our buildings that have some VCT flooring. That VCT is that flooring that we're waxing every school year, has that kind of high cost to it. We're spending roughly, we're between low 60s to mid 60s on waxing every year, so we're trying to start targeting some of our buildings that have that, replacing them with a LVP, which is a luxury vinyl plank, in a rubber form. Very durable, 15-year warranty on it. So that's what you're seeing here. So we selected several buildings. You can look at that document, Mr. Campbell. That document I sent you. So our buildings that we're looking at doing are self-contained building 8. That's currently where our CBI is. Currently a carpeted room. We have a lot of body fluid spills and just body fluid in general. I wouldn't say on a daily basis, but often in that room. So just this part of the proposal is replacing that carpet with the rubber flooring in that area. We're also looking at our band room, band hall, the entire hallway, and choir rooms. Big concern in band is just because there's currently carpet in that room now. And you know, how do you adapt to all that? So we will spend a little bit of money, probably in the $5,000 to $6,000 range, of putting some sound dating material in the corners and replace some ceiling tiles with some sound dating ceiling tiles in that area. Moving on down, and I did speak to Mr. Combs. He feels completely comfortable about that. Spoke to Big Event Music, who does this for a living. He says if you take away from the floor, make sure you address it with the sound reverbs and everything else. So we feel comfortable about that. Cafeteria. This is both sides of the cafeteria, so your elementary side and high school side. This is building 10. All of it is. This is the entire floor, or the hallway, all the classrooms, and building 10. Currently, we have our teacher's lounge bathrooms down in building 10. They've been down all school year. This summer, in the first week, we're doing about a 30 to 35 foot cut in the center of that hallway to repair that sewer. So just to help clear that up, it's kind of the thing that we can do is, you know, replace the flooring, go over that. It's just in concrete in that area. And this is all glued down LVP. So, and the last one is Annex. Annex has currently not had a hallway for the last 3 or 4 years. The classroom still had VCT tile that is waxable right now. So that's just another area that the flooring would come out and eliminate all the waxing and lay down the LVP. We've also visited a neighboring school district that has the same flooring. Love it. Good reviews on it. Durability, wear and tear is phenomenal. So we think that to the same results here.
How long have they had it?
I'd say 3, 4 years.
3 years.
Yeah. Warranty information, the flooring itself is, you can see there, 15-year limited. On the material itself, you can see the coverage, 0 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 15 material only. And then with the southern floor, 6-month labor warranty on the installation. Since this is over $35,000, we are required by the state of Arkansas to have 5% bid bond to cover this. So that is a received bid bond highlighted in blue. Since this is over $35,000, we will require a performance and payment bond. As you can see what they give you. Pretty much just protects us, protects the folks doing the work. You say Southern Floor went out of business for whatever reason, the guy that's doing the install will still get paid, still covers us. That would be only if we award the bid tonight. That contractor, being Southern Floor, would then get the bond, the performance bond, and then send that to me before they start the work.
And you're anticipating starting this one just as soon as school's out?
This will be the second week when school's out, they'll start the work.
Have it done by August?
It'll be done before August, what we're planning for. There's some current jobs or some past jobs we have to deal with Southern Flooring there on the list, and that was the bid that we went out. I will say I did have one other bidder reach out to us. They're out of Hot Springs, so it's someone local, but they were a small team, and Southern Flooring, we rented about 4 crews on this one to pull all these, and this is, upwards of about 40,000 square feet, we totaled them all up. And they just could not compete at that, being, one crew. So, we did advertise this for 2 weeks, so this went out in the paper for 2 weeks. It went on Construction Journal, which I've really been utilizing heavy here lately. Hill and Cox use that, all your big contractors use Construction Journal. I was on there for 2 weeks, and our school website for 2 weeks. We had an advertised walkthrough date, and we had that one bidder show up.
And no material availability issues?
Yes, so we do have, for our main material, no. So if we approve this tonight, we should complete all this before the start of the school year. If we do wait on this, we're gonna get hit with some tariffs on part of the flooring. So the 90% coverage of the main flooring that we're getting is all installed in the United States. The purple and gold splashes are overseas, and we're expecting tariffs on those here very soon. I think I put on there, if you scroll back up, Mr. Campbell, I want to say it was the 16th is when that goes in effect. I think it's actually on the Southern Floor quote. Yeah, this is pricing through May 16th.
Okay.
But that right there is just for the pressure glue. But this also, it does include the purple and gold splashes. So, they've done, like I said, 10 projects with us in the past, and those projects have gone very well. No issues.
Are they pulling up the existing flooring, or I know you can lay, sometimes you can lay that on top, are they pulling up the
Yeah,
existing?
we're 100% pulling up. We've been in too many scenarios where HVAC unit leaks, DCT starts buckling, then your op force buckling. So yeah, this includes ripping out all the flooring
Okay.
that has DCT. Building 10 does not, it's already concrete, so they're just floating some cracks in that area.
They're doing it? That's
They're-
included?
That's all included. Yeah, all the 4 corrects included and tear out.
I thought I saw something that we're gonna be liable for, like our guys are gonna be doing something.
That would be on the gym.
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
that's right, okay. All right, Craig read that, didn't you? Have you read that one yet?
Motion to approve the, oh, I did read that.
Yeah.
Okay. Motion to approve the Southern Floor Company bid of $267,027.99. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
None opposed, 4-0.
Steve, I'm gonna amend this to the proper gym name. Is that fine?
The next motion. Oh,
Yeah, oh, Bass.
Bass.
Yeah.
Lambert's the floor, so.
yeah, go ahead.
I didn't wanna read it.
No,
Yeah,
you're good.
Motion to approve the Hill and Cox Tips Taps vendor proposal for Bass Gymnasium weight room renovation in the amount of $47,750.
Yeah, so, this is a tip taps bid on this one, meaning we did not go out for bids, utilizing Helen Cox. This is a pretty easy job on this one. Just a little bit of, lengthy things. When you're dealing with school construction, could this have been contracted out locally? Yes, but, we have to get facilities involved, and we start tearing down walls. So that's pretty much why Helen Cox is involved on this one. We're tearing down a center wall, that's a CMU blockwork wall in between the weight room and the current hospitality room in the past gym. So the goal is we're expanding that space and adding one wall for Tina Moore's office area with a window and a door lock to see through. Adding a water fountain, demoing the wall, removing the existing sink, and adding one water fountain. We are doing a little bit of this work in-house to help manage that cost, so we're taking care of all of our painting. Low voltage, our in-house guys, John and Cody, can take care of all that very easy. Weight room flooring, I believe, is already in stock. And then relocating the equipment, we can handle all of our lighting fixtures. You remember back about a year and a half ago, that energy grant was running out. We purchased about $9,000 worth of lights, so we still have lights in stock. And same thing with ceiling tiles are still in stock, so we're covering those in-house. So this is a really good project. Definitely gonna expand that weight room area. Currently, our only nice weight room is our field house. Our folks have to travel now, so this makes it really utilizes that space that's down there now.
Yeah, I've worked with some coaches for a couple of years on it, in case people were wondering why we need it. And we had figured out they run about 160 some odd kids a day
Yeah.
that don't go to football that need, for workout for their sports, so. I think it's been needed.
So this says you're gonna relocate existing weight room equipment, so does that mean you're taking some out of the field house? I
Well, you
mean,
gonna grab
or
this one?
you have
Yes,
to buy new?
currently, right now, I'm talking with a weight room equipment company. They've come in and measured, and we're gonna see what the cost of those because we're gonna have to add more
Well,
weight
that's what I was
equipment.
figuring, but
Yes.
this said you were gonna relocate.
Yes, so I'd like to have everything matching in that room, just have our kids to be happy and be proud of our weight room. And so I have two companies coming in, measuring and giving plans to me right now. to
So there'll be
see-
an additional cost once
Yes.
the room is finished,
Yes,
getting
yes.
some equipment in there.
Yes.
Okay,
And I have that planned into that money too, so.
okay. Cause that stuff can be expensive.
Yes.
What are you planning on doing with the equipment that's gonna be up there already?
Well, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go with Coach Richardson to see if they need a couple other squat racks up there, and some weights, so we're gonna see what we can do that. We will repurpose it.
We can move some of that, there's not that much in there, move that up there on the hill and get them all.
Yeah, we won't set up down there.
Yes.
All right, so the motion to approve the Hill and Cox Tips Taps vendor approval for Bass Gymnasium weight room renovation in the amount of $47,750. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
None opposed, 4-0.
Motion to approve purchase of iPads from sole source provider, second through fourth grade students, $140,828.22. Second through fourth grade teachers, $27,988.02.
Yes, and I'll go ahead and start talking about this, and I may get Hayden to jump in on the Chromebook situation so we can know where we're at there. And then I may ask Ms. Curry to talk about iPads and why iPads. So number one, our Chromebooks, so a lot of our Chromebooks, we're going to the end of their life cycle. So we're gonna have to purchase another device because with the state changing to the Atlas test, everything's digital. So we have to have a device for each kid to take the Atlas test. So that's number one on that. And I think, Hayden, please help me out, if it's 6-year life cycle on the, go ahead, you wanna talk about that?
So we bought these Chromebooks, they're Dell Chromebooks, but they're getting licensing through Google. So Google has recently come out about a year and a half ago and stated that they're no longer keeping a lifespan for a Chromebook 8 years, they're reducing it to 6. Will those Chromebooks still work at year 7, year 8? Yes. But can you Atlas test? Can you do testing on it? Can you push updates to them? No, you cannot. So Google has dropped their Chromebook, which has been a very cost-saving device, about $250 to $60 range, not including a license for about $25. And now they've taken that 8-year device, reduced to a 6-year device. So the last time we brought Chromebooks to y'all were back during the COVID times where we had all of our ESSER funds. And at that time, we purchased for middle school and high school. We did not purchase for elementary. So this is elementary cycle year. So we reevaluated Chromebooks, or do we do iPads? We have a lot of new features just for in the classroom with an iPad versus a Chromebook now. And price-wise, you're getting very close. So you take that number there, divide it out, I mean, we're buying about $270. We're spending probably about $110 more per device than a Chromebook.
You foresee, when are these gonna have to be bought again?
For this batch year, you can safely say 8 years, safely. That's current, that's Apple's current.
But because we've talked a lot about technology, I know me and you for sure.
Yes.
I feel like we've bought a ton of it, and it may just seem that way. So we're all still Chromebook, waiting on those to cycle out.
We are iPads.
K-1 have
Yeah,
iPads
K through
currently, and
1.
we had those probably 5 or 6 years.
We purchased those with ESSER funds
Yes.
5 or 6 years ago.
Yeah, we've had those for a
Yeah.
while.
So we foresee iPads for the rest when they cycle out.
Correct.
And can you speak to the benefits of an iPad versus a Chromebook
Absolutely.
for your kids?
versus pen and piece of paper.
Or
Yeah.
pen and paper, which is my vote.
Well, first of all, I just want to say, the majority of an elementary classroom is not on a device. I'll just start by saying that. Our devices are used, few and far between, with just a little bit for instruction. That being said, they do have to test on it. Some of the interactive piece or student engagement piece is done on a device, but there's still a lot of teacher teaching, students writing, a lot of that face-to-face instruction. Now, the benefit to the iPad would be, right now with the teacher and her current laptop with her MacBook, it's kind of tied behind a desk because there's a document camera. So you have to kind of stay behind that document camera, whereas if you had an iPad, teacher could be up moving around the room, they could monitor students really closely, they could lock the iPad feature out if a student was on something they weren't supposed to be, they just quickly hit a button and the student has to turn their attention to them because the iPad's locked. So it has a lot of security control features that we currently don't have on Chromebooks because you currently have to monitor that for Chromebooks on a different website. So in my mind, it would be a lot better. Plus, the teacher would be up monitoring the room, moving around, which would encourage more student engagement. They're not tied behind that desk in the document camera, because you could just stand here and literally walk around the room and AirPlay, if that makes sense. Just like we do in here.
Yeah.
I assume those ages, they don't leave school, right?
No,
Okay.
no, they don't take anything home.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you mind if I speak just on the breakage alone?
Yeah, please do.
We are constantly breaking Chromebooks. They're not very,
Durable.
they're not very durable, that's what I'm looking for. Yeah, they're not durable at all. Apple iPads are actually much more durable. We also have something in place if we get them where if something breaks, it's basically a get it to them, get a new one the next day at no cost. So we're, rather than spending money on the fixes, we're actually going to
Breaks
be
for any
saving.
reason?
Yeah, so
Well,
With the.
yes, so.
With the.
Yeah, so
okay,
part of
yeah.
this is a 3-year Apple Care for schools, is the biggest thing, not for personal, like how it is when y'all go buy, you go buy a device personally. So for this, if any student, they have 2 breakages per year, no questions asked, iPads delivered, next day air, you get no questions. So one student can break twice. That 3rd breakage goes through our normal cycle with, charging and everything.
At your age group, I guess will they leave with them if needed? I mean, will
as
these-
far as going home.
Yeah.
We let them check it out if they really need one, but typically they do stay at school, but just them carrying it around.
Similar to what
around
it is now.
Yeah,
They
exactly.
would still check it
Yes,
out, you
yes.
know, okay.
So like I got a sophomore, and I've got 2 $55 charges to replace the Dell screen. This would, you got one too, so this would
Eliminate two of them.
Yeah.
Eliminate the first
That's just two this year at $55 a pop. But the Chromebooks are only worth $60, is that what I heard you say?
No, well, I mean, resale value, they wouldn't even get $60. I mean, the good thing about the iPads that we talked about, I mean, even at year, if we start rotating at say year 6, year 7, you're gonna have the ROI. Like right now, our teacher cycle Chromebook or laptops are due for a refresh. These are going on year 6 now. Someone's willing to buy these for about $40,000 right now just because they're an Apple laptop. Which, back on our Dells actually cost more than these when we did that.
Yeah.
I mean, no one's gonna, buy a Dell.
Nobody-
So
nobody's buying
we put
Dells.
them on Go Dells and
I
sold them.
don't see anybody trying to buy an iPhone 6.
No.
If they're still resale, then we'll see, I guess. But I believe you.
If they're looking at buying a whole heap of them.
But we are still teaching, like we talked
Oh,
about, me
yes.
and you talked about
Yes.
this.
Little
That is
kids still
like-
have paper and
They do.
pencil.
Like that is our deal.
It's
Like,
more
That
fun.
is
Yes.
our deal.
we-
I don't like when I walk in and I see every time kids are just on computers. Our teachers have to be up teaching. These are for writing papers, for testing at the end of the year, and occasionally something they may do on the
Because I know
devices.
all of us sitting here, very big advocates of teaching. I mean, I've got a senior that just graduated, and when you go to sign, or even a sophomore to sign his name at the driver's license at the DMV, looks at me like,
Do it.
what do I do? And it's like, just scribble. I mean, because they don't. So, I mean, I think we've hindered our kids with,
We
I
have.
love technology, but we've hindered our kids with not putting them down with a thin piece of paper to make them write.
Teach them how to write.
I mean, I wrote several 3,000 word themes in high school,
Mhm.
so,
It is possible.
yeah, it's awesome.
100%.
Well, I got you off track on the future, but kind of start absorbing that cost shock right now.
Yes.
All right, so the motion, any more questions? We good? Motion to approve purchase of iPads, sole source provider, 2nd through 4th grade, $140,828.22. 2nd through 4th grade teachers, $27,988.02. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
None opposed, 4-0.
Motion to increase head coach contract days, head boys basketball, head girls basketball, head volleyball from 220 days to 240.
Yeah, we had this conversation before, just kind of talking about the 240 contract. Going back and looking at our basketball coaches, our girls and boys basketball and volleyball coaches. If you look in the summer, they work as many, possibly more days than our football head coach, because you also got to throw in, they're practicing over Thanksgiving break. They play games over Christmas break, so they are probably working more than 240 days a year. I just think it's only fair that we take care of our coaches that are going above and beyond and working all those days.
Yeah, and I know we've talked about it, and I think we're all advocates of people putting in the work.
Yes.
I have no questions.
Any questions?
Self-explanatory to me.
Good. All right, motion to increase head coach contract days, head boys basketball, head girls basketball, head volleyball from 220 days to 240 days. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
None opposed, 4-0. All right, that concludes that. Any board member comment besides me? Anybody got anything? All right, so I've got just something I put together, talked to the other board members, and just putting out something from the incident we had last Friday on May 2nd. So we understand the community is concerned about the recent incident involving an individual on campus after hours Friday, May 2nd, who was later arrested. I commend our staff and Officer Riley for working quickly on getting their ducks in a row for the Garland County Sheriff's Office. First and foremost, the safety of our students and staff is always our top priority. We didn't release any information to the public to ensure that law enforcement had the opportunity to complete their investigation without interference and to verify all facts so that we could provide accurate, responsible communication. Our intention is to never withhold information, and I think the community, most of the community knows that. but rather to act in coordination with the appropriate authorities to ensure the process and to avoid spreading any misinformation. Something like this takes more thought than just shooting something out on social media. We will always keep the community informed of any policy changes or staff and safety enhancements. We appreciate your understanding and support as we work to keep our schools safe for our kids and our staff. So,
Agreed.
and I feel like we're very transparent. I know anybody and everybody can, I get several phone calls, emails that, you know, everybody knows y'all can reach out to the board. You can go to your principals, use your chain of command. If you can't get something solved there, they've never hesitated before to reach out about anything, so,
I'm going to say we will.
yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
All right. No one else has anything? We have a public comment section. We have anybody signed up for public
Yes.
comment?
Joseph Golden.
Okay. Just a reminder on our public comment, let me get to our policy real quick. For some reason, it wouldn't let me pull two different things up at the same time. All right, so any member of the public shall be afforded the opportunity to give public comment on any matter that is within the powers and duties of the board of directors. And just one thing I'd say is we don't talk about staff, students, you know, we don't throw any names out, he, her, she, so.
Sir. Good evening, everyone. My name is Joseph Golden, and new member of the Fountain Lake community, and happy to be here. I recently found out about an individual running for the school board, and with recent events that have taken place, I'm concerned about this member being elected on our school board. Our school board members are the top tier leaders of our children. They're the ones that make the big decisions in which direction our school goes and guides our children. Like you said, safety, one of our top concerns. These events that took place recently endanger children, and this individual running should have prevented these events, in my opinion. So I am concerned that this individual may not be able to put safety first for our children. If he is voted in, I just plead for caution that safety is upheld.
I can assure you that's that for us, our main priority is obviously keeping our kids safe, our staff safe. You know, education, that's why they're here, but we have to, while they're getting an education, I think it's all of our duty to do the best we can on keeping our students safe.
It's a very difficult world at times to do that constantly and without incident. So it's with our community taking a vote to appoint these individuals to positions of power, I do not take that lightly, and I hope others do not.
Very well said.
And, you know, it's nothing that the board controls. Obviously, that's,
The public.
you know, that's the public, you know, that's how, you know, you can go back to the presidents and everything else. But we'll just, you know, that's a communities to get out and vote. I know you got, is it tomorrow? Is the voting day at 128 Fire Station? From 7:30 in the morning till 7:30 tomorrow night, so.
Something like that. Or the election commission.
Or the election commission in town. And, yeah, I mean, we just gotta get out there and vote.
So, while it's not up to this board's choice, I just ask for support, and whichever choice is made by the community, that we stay vigilant in preventing these issues.
Yeah, and, you know, and I would definitely say, you know, in the society that we're in, like we had the incident, I mean, we all should be, you know, a heightened of awareness no matter what, whether our kids are at school somewhere else. I mean, just be mindful. You know, I know my kids gripe about sometimes not getting to stay after school or something like that, but, you know, we just gotta be mindful of what's around us.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, Lee.
Do we have anybody else? Is that it? Okay.
All right, superintendent comments. Well, as many of us know, tonight is the last meeting for Dana Greason as a school board member. She's had 9 years of service to the Fountain Lake School District. It's been an honor for me to get to know you, through our interview process and all the people y'all called on me and all that good stuff. But it's been an honor for me to get to know you and everything you've done for me in this job. And I just wanted to take this time to show my appreciation for you. And I'm always here to do anything that you need me to do. And we got you a little plaque here that says, presented to Dana Greason in appreciation for outstanding and dedicated service to the youth.
Skip some
Just
of
breathe
it.
it.
Just-
Outstanding and dedicated service to the youth of Hot Spring, Fountain Lake School District as school board member, May 2016 to May 2025. Thank you so much. We
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
Very kind of you.
You want to take a picture of it so we can put this on our?
Well, zoom
Yeah,
in.
this on zoom in.
Put your finger over there.
Yeah, is this good?
That's good.
What's
Harlan Gray, one, two.
All right, awesome.
Thank you.
so much.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Is that a tip tap vendor?
And we have cake here.
Yes, and I have these beautiful flowers. Y'all been very, very kind tonight. Thank you. And I'll have some comments before we leave.
Awesome,
but-
okay.
All right, so now we're gonna move to personnel.
Motion to accept the resignation from the following for the corresponding positions effective at the end of the 24-25 school year. Jillian Richardson, elementary teacher. Shelby McAfee, senior quiz bowl sponsor. Hope Baker, Beta Club sponsor.
All right. So the motion to accept the resignation from the following for the corresponding positions effective at the end of the 2024-2025 school year. Jillian Richardson, elementary teacher. Shelby McAfee, senior quiz bowl sponsor. Hope Baker, Beta Club sponsor. All in favor? Say aye.
Aye.
None opposed, 4-0.
Motion to accept the letter of retirement from the following for the corresponding position effective at the end of the 2024-2025 school year. Frank Janaski, high school principal.
Motion to accept the letter of retirement from the following for the corresponding position effective at the end of the 2024-2025 school year. Frank Janaski, high school principal. All in favor, say aye. Aye. None opposed, 4-0.
Motion to hire the following for the corresponding positions for the 2025-2026 school year. David Neighbors, school resource officer. Lindsay Newsom, elementary teacher.
All right. Motion to hire the following for the corresponding positions for the 2025-2026 school year. David Neighbors, school resource officer. Lindsay Newsom, elementary teacher. All in favor, say aye. Aye. 4-0, I'm sorry, none opposed, 4-0.
Can I say one thing about Mr. Janaski? I just wanna, talk about the years of service he's done and he's done for the Fountain Lake School District. He's been a pillar of this school, and I just wanted to thank him publicly on all the years and all the hard work he's put into this school district.
Yeah, 35 years, it's a long time.
Yes, yes.
I actually wanted to do the same.
I'm sorry.
I remember, I can call him Frank now, but when I was in school, he was here, and just want to thank him for many, many, many years of a dedicated Cobra.
Yeah.
So, really appreciate it.
I can still remember in high school spinning those keys. Does he still spin his keys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can spin some keys in retirement.
Yep.
Go enjoy it.
Yes, absolutely. So, can I have the floor for
You
just
got
a
the floor,
moment?
ma'am. Sure.
I do.
Let's
Are you
hear
gonna
it.
give me the
I am.
gavel to This is one I'll miss, the gavel.
Maybe in 3 minutes.
3 minutes. Hey, this will be 3 minutes or less, but I did write it down so it wouldn't be lengthy and wordy. As I finish up this board meeting, I just want to say thank you. First of all, to the community for allowing me to serve this district for the past 9 years. I do truly consider it an honor. When I was a new board member, I had literally no idea what I was doing or what board service actually even looked like. And I'm sure if you asked any of these people sitting around this table, they would probably say the same thing. But I did know that as your school goes, so goes your community. So if your school is thriving, your community is thriving. If your school is dying, your community is probably dying. So when people would ask me why I wanted to serve on a school board, my answer was really simple. To help guide Fountain Lake to be the best school in Garland County. That's what we've all, said numerous times. We want to be the best school in Garland County. We want to be the place people want to go. And that was my why that drove me. As I started pondering last year, another election cycle coming up, which is tomorrow. We'll put that plug in just a second. But and I was thinking about how long I might want to serve. I thought, maybe another term or two. But there was a moment back in the fall when I realized that it might be time to let somebody else have a seat at the table. I've never thought that elected office should be a lifetime thing. I don't think that about politics. From the top to the school board, it's just not meant to be a lifelong thing. It's better to do good work for a period of time and then turn it over to some new blood and some new ideas and keep that momentum moving forward with your school. So that's what we're doing right now. And I have served this district to the very, very best of my ability, and I leave knowing that it's in good hands. And I am going to put in a plug now for that seat at the table that's coming up, because there are 2 people vying for this seat, and tomorrow is election day. So I'm speaking to the public. If you have not voted yet, be sure you do that tomorrow. You have one opportunity, because early voting is now over. But a lot of people want to have a voice in their school, but serving on a board is not really their thing. So if that's you and you want to be heard, do it at the voting box. That's where we learn what our community is thinking. It helps guide our decisions. So anytime there is a school-related issue on the ballot, we as a collective group encourage you to get out and vote every single time, because it does make a difference in what happens in this boardroom. So that's my plug for the election. And now I want to talk to my friends here in this admin building. Thank you, and I know Robin can hear me out there. Thank you for helping your board buddy here. Whether y'all were feeding us, whether it was Tanya teaching me about school finance rules, or any of you answering my sometimes very clueless questions. I have a great appreciation for all of you administrators. And I know that you often do things behind the scenes that nobody sees. You don't get a lot of public recognition for what you do, but I know how hard you work and how much you have supported this board. And so I'm thanking you from the bottom of my heart, and I'm gonna miss all of your smiling faces. And lastly, to my colleagues sitting at this table, not colleagues, my friends sitting at this table, it has been an honor to serve with you. I know that we all came on this board with different whys and different strengths and different perspectives, but that's part of what made this work, was what we brought to the table collectively. And we started off as colleagues, and now we're friends. And I truly cherish your friendship. I wish Cindy was here, because she's missing
I'm
a
sure
one
she's
and only
watching.
speech. I hope you're watching, Cindy. Did we always have the same opinion about things? Absolutely not. But we learned to agree to disagree sometimes and make decisions that were good for the majority. And we may have even come onto the school board initially with an agenda, because again, we didn't really know what we were doing. We thought, maybe this is what I'm supposed to do when I get on the board. But when we quickly learned that, oh, it's not about my personal agenda, we were all able to set things aside, work collectively, and take our responsibility seriously. And that is what good board service is. No egos, no agendas, no undercutting one another. We have kept our eyes on the larger responsibilities and focused on what is best for our students and our staff. I appreciate each one of you, and I'm looking at Cindy too. I appreciate y'all, and Mr. Landry. You have grown. We've grown together. You've grown individually. My friends hit 50 hours, and I'm so proud of y'all.
Hey, I'm just as surprised as you are.
Okay, because I was going to say, in all of this good that I'm bragging on y'all, how good you're doing, my only challenge to you, and I wrote this down in capital letters, do the training. And I know y'all, I had to say that one more time because y'all always give me a hard time about my training hours, but now you are catching up with me, so I feel good
Hey,
about
and I
it.
would like to say that this is up to 2024. I know we've got some in 2025.
You do.
So we're-
I think you're speaking to the ones that don't have 50 hours.
You're, oh, Val signing up right now for some training. But really,
We had no clue.
Just to let you know, I did some needless hours when I was appointed, I did it anyway.
seriously, do the training, because that is what makes you a
It
better
does.
board member,
It
and
does.
it helps you guide the district, so do the training. Y'all stopped being just my colleagues a long time ago, and I am glad to call you my friends. And in your hands, all of you, this district is under very capable leadership, and I'm counting Mr. Landry and all of you. Y'all are going to be able to carry forward, bring in a new member, train them up, and it's gonna go well. I'm gonna miss it. I'm truly gonna miss it, but I know it's in good hands, and I just wanna say, carry on, and I'm gonna watch you on Facebook Live from somewhere with my husband in our semi-retirement. We're gonna be traveling around doing things, so I'll be watching you on Facebook Live. Thank you for the celebration tonight, but thank you for what you have allowed me to do and serve in this board for 9 years, so, thank you. And with that,
Hold on.
Hold on.
I'd just like to say I appreciate it, because without you, I wouldn't be near as far along as I am. I mean, you always, encouraged to learn more, read into it, dig into it. There's a lot of rules, a lot of stuff that goes into this.
yeah.
And without you, I don't know, having you being a pillar on this group, that I would have got near the educational side, because when I came in here, I mean, I didn't have an agenda, but I just felt like I was called to, I wanted to see the kids in the school go above and beyond. But you've done a heck of a job doing that, and now I don't know who's gonna keep this all.
It's all on you,
No,
buddy.
I'm talking about like when we get out of hand, because she's not.
Cindy's not.
So we're gonna have to, I guess, all
Mr.
bend on each other.
You have
Landry.
been the veteran adult, especially in private. But I'm with him. You are the veteran. We're all new compared to you, even that we've had a couple terms. So we would never have grown without you.
Well, thank you.
I've really enjoyed it. You're gonna be missed more than you know.
And thanks, Greg, for letting us keep her away from you.
For 9 years.
All them nights of hiring superintendent,
Oh, yeah.
30-something meetings later.
Yes, thank y'all. It's been a good night, and I appreciate the recognition. So with that, I get to gavel us out one last
All
time.
you.
We're gonna say the meeting is adjourned. Done.